Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
Jerry.
And Linda. And Gizmo.
We're the Village's Newcomers. Hopefully you watched part one of the Village's Good, Bad, and the Ugly. This is part two. To recap a little bit, we moved here 2 years ago.
Right.
From
Floyd Knobs, Indiana.
And we knew very little about what to expect. But when we got here, we liked it.
Pleasantly surprised.
We loved it. We were smitten by it. In our early videos, I know you could see that we were really enjoying ourselves and having a good time. So this series of videos, at the end, you're going to find out, did we make a good move?
Right.
After 2 years, do we feel like we did the right thing? Have we made a mistake? Are we satisfied? What things do we love? What things don't we love? That's what I hope you find out in this series. If you haven't watched number one, part one, watch it at the end. It doesn't matter what order that you watch them in. But we bought this home sight unseen 2 years ago. We had been down before and looked at homes, looked at 15 designer homes. We did not want a new home. We did not want to go down to the Southern Oaks area. It's a beautiful area, and we have a lot of friends that live down there, and it's gorgeous. And it turned out better than we thought it would. But we decided to be up here closer to things that were already going on. You know, more golf courses, more rec centers, town squares closer, etc. So that's why we moved here. We do know a little bit about new homes. We built 2 new homes back in Indiana and remodeled another. So we have a pretty good grasp of what a home is and should be. We're going to give you our reflections on life here. People write in and talk about, lately, if you read the comments are fun to read, aren't they?
I hope you all read those comments.
They're fun to read. Now, we do have a filter set up on YouTube. Anybody that talks politics, their comment doesn't get through. Anybody that uses profanity or hate language doesn't get through. But any honest criticism is welcome.
Yes.
And we like that. And people frequently talk about the homes here, that they think they're shoddy, that they're cookie cutter homes. They've even introduced me to a new word, ticky-tacky construction. And what do we think after living here? Because we did build 2 back home. We've remodeled homes back home. What do you think?
I think they're very well made.
I do too. I think that the hurricane standards keep the homes to a certain level of safety here and durability. And I am totally impressed. I'm impressed with the home's construction. I'm impressed with the people that we hire to come in here and work because they have to follow, the rules.
Right.
And so, yeah, the homes here, for me, in the section we live in, I can only talk about our experience. Our experience is good. We like our home. These homes are very similar around us. I assume that they're built the same way. So the construction here is just fine with us.
And there's not, you talk about cookie cutter. Maybe they look the same from the outside, but the insides are different on lots of them because there are many home models. And what I think is kind of neat is the home models are alike, so much alike and different because, even when you go to the furniture stores down here know the models and they can suggest ways to put different furniture in that model. So that's a big help. I like that.
Yeah, it is. And that's a great point. For me, I've been in lots of houses down here. And to me, many of them have very similar interiors. People like that great room just off the kitchen.
Right.
The low bar, the person producing meals can watch TV, can talk to the guests. Very similar.
Well, it's made for retired people, this community. So it's nice to have that great room. You don't have to go far to the other rooms. If you get elderly, you're going to need that. You're going to need that close location.
That's right. And I like the planning and the fact that the Roman showers in a lot of these homes, you can wheel a wheelchair right in. The doors are just a little bit wider. And there's one level living is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
So we are not disappointed whatsoever in the home, the quality of the home, and the planning of this home.
Right.
Some of you might wonder, did we downsize enough? Did we plan well when we came here?
And did we bring enough stuff?
Did we?
Well, we did bring enough stuff. We brought probably too much stuff. But we downsized a tremendous amount. Our kids know how much furniture and stuff we have accumulated through the years. And being our boys were away in the military, we had a lot of their stuff. So we had a lot to go through. So we had a tremendous job to do, and we got it done in, 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was crazy.
We were crazy for 2 weeks.
Yeah, do it earlier. Don't wait till the last minute, because you will let some precious things go. For example, I had built a lifetime of acquiring an arrowhead collection, and I got rid of my arrowheads. I should have brought them. They all fit in a shoebox. You know, you could have easily brought those.
That would have been great for the grandkids.
Yeah. We had a duck decoy collection, like folk art, and we got rid of all that. We brought one,
right?
But we could have brought more. If you love things and they're small, find a way to bring them down here and then decide. Don't decide on the spur of the moment back home, and get rid of things that are meaningful to you. Mm-hmm. But overall, you think we did a good job, or could have done better?
I think we did a great job. I really do. Think about that garage and that driveway and the backyard and everything filled all up. I mean, how many trips we go to the Goodwill? Oh my goodness.
We had the mother of all yard sales, and I'll bet we made 10 trips with a trailer to the Goodwill.
We made a lot of money on our yard sale too.
We did not make a lot of money on our yard sale.
I thought we did.
We got something back on most things, but we donated a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of good stuff. In fact, I had a collection. You know, I like baseball caps. So I had my Air Force cap. I had my Navy cap. I had my San Francisco Giants cap. I had all kinds of these really cool caps that were fitted and fit me well. And I put them in a box to bring with us. One of our helpers sent that off to the Goodwill. Somebody got a heck of a nice box of caps there. So label your boxes. We did not label our boxes good enough. When you pack that stuff, if you're going to move, write exactly what's in that box. And do not donate, or whatever you need, because some people got some amazing things from us.
Oops.
We knew from being down here that storage was going to be tight. There's no outdoor storage, no sheds. You can't lean anything up against your house. You can't stack lumber outside. We knew it was going to be tight. Has it been too tight?
I'm going to say it's just right there on the line. It's very tight.
It's tight. Our garage is kind of a mess.
Yeah, it's
we have 2 golf carts, 1 car, 2 bicycles, couple of tools like saws and drills and that sort of stuff. It's right on the edge. These homes are not too big.
No, and the attic space is small. I mean, you have to climb up into that attic. It's a little bit tight, the overhead, you bump your head on the...
You bump your head?
I actually bump my head. I'm 4'11" and I bump my head every time. I always get in the attic. He puts things up to me. Pretty much. Yeah, I do. But anyway, yeah, it's tight up there, and you have to move things around, and it gets really hot. So storage up there, a lot of people don't even want to use it up there because it gets very hot up in the attic. So you got to watch what you put up there.
She is the attic monkey, I have to admit. I mean, she's under 5 feet tall, so she can stand up and run around up there. She can work out up there if she wants to. There's a platform above the garage. It's an engineered platform for storage, so that'll hold a lot of stuff, and ours is not full. But it's not that handy. You have to back your car out. You pull down the folding steps. That's an option, by the way. You may or may not have it in your home if you move here. But getting up there is a hassle. Not too big a hassle, though. It's a lot less hassle than it was back home, where you have to get a ladder and go up in there.
Absolutely.
And you don't. There's a light up here. You can turn on a light up in the attic and get up there and store things. Yeah. But I would hate to store something too heavy. Now, and it would have to be really heavy. Mm-hmm. That would crack the ceiling of your garage. Mm-hmm. There
is one home model, I think, or two that they actually have stairs in your house that go up to an additional room, a room like a mother-in-law room or something. But it's ideal for storage. You can put shelves up in there. So if you ever want to look for that model, that would be nice.
Well, we're getting a little bit off topic, but we will say storage, it's going to be a problem.
It is.
Get rid of your stuff, but not your best stuff. Some of you might wonder, when you move here, are you really going to miss your favorite places back home? We had a restaurant that served a tenderloin patty that big. Am I exaggerating?
No, but who needs that size tenderloin?
This guy.
You can eat on that for 4 days, really.
And you know, White Castle. Come on, who doesn't like White Castle?
Oh my gosh, yes, I do miss my castle.
And we had a lot of little restaurants and things. You find them over the course of a lifetime. We haven't found them here yet.
No.
I don't think we found, maybe a couple we found here that we really like, but not many yet after 2 years. We need to find some places where we can get some of that favorite food that we like.
Right.
Yeah. So you're going to miss your barber. She has a hard time.
I have been through 5, maybe 6 people at my hairdresser's place. I don't know why I keep retiring them. I must be a bad customer.
You'd think that I would when I go in there that they would want to quit, but
I've gone through 5.
well, we're thinking about. I'm going to get one of these little. I want to do it with a Sharpie, but she said they make little pins.
Yeah.
You know, to do that little gray spots.
Cover that right there.
Yeah, to cover that. So I might do that for her. No charge.
Oh, you're so kind.
But you're going to miss your hairdresser, your barber. You're going to miss your doctor. You're going to miss your, hopefully not your lawyer. We don't have a lawyer yet down here. But you're going to miss those things, and your favorite hardware store. Maybe you got a guy there that helps you out. But you'll find some of those things. We found a great handyman here. We found a great hardware store. I'm happy with where I get my hair cut. I'm going today after a while. I know you can't, you think I'm messing with perfection, don't you? But yeah, I'm going to go get a haircut. I'm just kidding. But yeah, you're going to miss some things. We do. We miss a lot of the people that we've been using for different services back home, but we'll find them. And 2 years in, we're doing pretty good.
Well, let's talk about the location of the villages. We kind of thought we were going to go maybe around the beach area and have a condo there, but that kind of fell through. Worried about the hurricanes. And then we found the villages.
Yeah, I'm not a big beachy person, you know, being so light-skinned. I don't like to sunburn that much, and
No, nobody does.
yeah, we moved here, and you know, we found out that it's far away from the ocean. People like to say it's not far, it's only 60 miles either way to the beach. That's true.
Yes.
But it takes 2 hours to get there by car. You know, it's a very circuitous route.
Right. That's a good word. But I mean, you can go in a day or you can spend the weekend there, and that's fun, and that's plenty for us. We don't need all that sand for a whole week.
It's not that convenient. How many times have we done it in 2 years?
We've done it once on our
One
anniversary,
time.
but
One time
I'm
in 2
thinking
years.
every year on our anniversary we can go to the beach.
If you think you're going to move to the villages and spend a lot of time at the beach, you might be right, but it's not convenient.
Hey, there is a beach club where you can go once a month and go to different beaches. A friend across the street is joined that club.
We are not near the beach, but we don't mind.
No.
Bugs,
Yay.
insects. People are afraid of bugs and insects. She doesn't like them.
No, don't like them.
Back in Indiana, we had centipedes.
Yeah, I remember those.
She would freak out.
Hate those. Anyway, we had bugs because we lived in the woods.
Yeah, we had bugs. Here, we don't find many bugs. I said that on the very day that she found a few ants on the table. But that's rare. You know, we don't find bugs in the house very often here. You're more liable to find a lizard in your house down
That
here.
happens. When you open the door, then one will be on the screen or whatever, and then will slide back in when you slow. Anyway, somehow they get in and they'll deny, but they're kind of fun to catch.
It's a zoo when they get in here is what it is. But bugs, we pay a lawn company. We're going to do a show about that. That treats for insects, and we don't have any trouble whatsoever down here. Probably the most talked about subject for us is expenses. When we came down here, we put the pencil to it, you know, cost of living, electric, utilities, taxes, insurance, mortgage, whatever it would be. And of course, when you look at a home, they'll give you a printout of anticipated expenses. Is that usually accurate? I don't know. I don't think it's totally accurate. Once you buy your home, it's going to be, in our case, the people had built it. We bought it we paid a lot more. I mean, we're talking a lot more than they paid when they built it.
Right.
So the taxes now are based upon the new assessment, and those taxes went up. And you've got other bills, you know what your amenity fee is going to be. You know what basically what your electric's going to be. And you know your garbage fee, pretty close. And your water and your lawn services. So there aren't that many variable fees. You know what you're paying going in. The big if is your mortgage and whatnot. But groceries. The groceries here are more expensive. Yesterday, I went to the grocery. She was feeling a little bit under the weather, so I went to get her some Pedialyte. I went to one big grocery chain, which shall remain nameless, and it was $6.50 for a small bottle of Pedialyte. Later checked, and Walmart had it for $1.50 cheaper. While I was there, what else was it that I saw?
You checked a mayo.
Oh, mayonnaise. The mayonnaise was $5.99 for a jar, or a typical jar. I checked the other store, $2.89, $5.99, $2.89. So you have to watch. Some of these stores are, in my opinion, price gougers. And people will just mound their carts up with groceries at these places. And it's like, we're not at the point yet in our retirement that we don't try to save a penny at the grocery. We do.
We do.
We still watch what we spend. And grocery bill is unanticipatedly higher here. Gasoline is the same. Cable television bill the same. Newspapers cheaper here, $84 for a full year.
Yes.
She's a newspaperholic. But overall expenses, when you factor in that your real estate taxes are going to be higher because you've bought a property probably that is a higher assessment or more value than you had back home, your taxes are going to be higher. Unless you live in one of the states with super high taxes.
Right.
And those people that move here think, Lordy, we're paying 1/4 of the taxes we paid up in Connecticut or wherever it might be. So you couple that with the fact that there is no state income tax here, and we feel like, as far as expenses go, we're pretty even with what we spent back in Indiana. Our electric bill, for example, runs us about $200 less every month here. $200. $200 less than it was back in Indiana. So, yeah, I think the finances, or is it finances? Finances. I think the finances here are very comparable to up north.
The people here are super friendly. There are so many chances to get to know your neighbors and through activities, through cards, through the clubs, through the rec centers, just the activities through church. It's so easy to make friends here. I find that so much easier than back home, actually.
That's true. That is true. But remember when we moved in here, we did the show, and later on we reiterated it, that when we moved here, people brought us food. They brought us gifts. They brought us flowers. These are neighbors that are wanting to make a good impression on the new folks, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we like these neighbors, and we have no beef whatsoever with any of them.
No.
But for some of them, that was the last time we've seen them.
Yes.
You know, I'm looking out our back window. There's a house right there. I have never been in that house. Have you?
Yes.
Oh, man, they invited you. I've never been in that house. Have you?
No.
Have you been in that house?
Yes.
Oh, man, I've never been in that house.
You're just not friendly enough, Jerry.
We've not been in, you've been in there one time?
One time.
One time. And over here?
One time.
One time. You know, so don't think that, I mean, friends are going to just magically appear and you're going to have, these people will be your best buddies from then on. You got to work at it. You know, you have to be a friend to make a friend. So we have not had them over here either, right?
Right.
It's what you're going to put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So, you know, the people here are friendly, but they're not going to beat your door down. They might come and welcome you. If you want a good friend, you're going to have to reach out and keep
Yeah.
reaching out.
Yeah, keep reaching out. That about does it for today. That gives you an overall feeling of how we feel after 2 years living here.
Yeah, we agree with just about everybody we know that the Villages is a wonderful place. Disneyland for retirees. It's beautiful. It's very well planned. It has so much going for it, and there's so many things to do. We are glad we're here. We are super glad we made the move. It's not perfect. As time goes on, every day we see little wrinkles in the perfectness of the Villages, but overall it's good. We would do it again in a heartbeat. If you don't love where you live, then move. Life is too short to stay somewhere where you're not enjoying your retirement. We did not know that retirement could be this much fun, did we?
No, we really did not.
There are so many things to do. We've learned new things. We've made new friends. Don't stay wherever you are just because you've always lived there. You know, I think you owe it to yourself to find a place. I promise you, if the Villages ever gets to a point where we are not having fun and we don't enjoy ourselves here, we will find some place where we do. That's our best advice to you. Be happy in your retirement. If you think you can do it here, come on down. If you are happy where you are, stay, but just be happy.
Thanks to every one of you that have joined us and made friends with us through this channel. We certainly have enjoyed it. It's been a blessing to us, really.
And that's our 2-year show. It's been a great 2 years.
It sure has.
So glad to do it with you.
I wouldn't do it with anybody else. Until next time.
We'll see you when you get here.